Stop needing approval. 8 Machiavellian rules that make you untouchable. If you don't understand psychological control, you are living someone else's script. Not because people are evil. Because the human brain is programmable. And if your nervous system is trained to chase approval, you can be steered with a look, a pause, a maybe, or a withdrawal of attention. Here's the uncomfortable truth. The need to be liked is not a personality trait. It's a conditioning response. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how it gets installed, how it gets exploited, and how to remove it with 8 Machiavellian rules grounded in real psychology and real-world power dynamics. Stay with me, because in a few minutes I'll explain why the nicest people often get controlled the easiest, and why the fix isn't being mean, it's being programmable. The conditioning layer. Let's start with how beliefs are formed, because this is where the trap begins. You didn't wake up one day and decide, I want to fear disapproval. That was built into you through 3 forces: authority, repetition, emotion. Authority bias. As a kid, approval wasn't optional. It was survival. Teachers graded you. Parents praised or corrected you. Coaches rewarded compliance. Your brain learned a simple rule. If an authority approves, I'm safe. That's authority bias, our tendency to trust and obey what looks credible. A uniform, a title, a confident tone, a bigger social status. And the deeper point? Authority doesn't just tell you what to do, it tells you what to be. Repetition plus emotional anchoring. Then, repetition takes over. You hear the same messages over and over. Be nice. Don't make it awkward. Don't be dramatic. What will people think? And every time you get embarrassed, rejected, laughed at, or scolded, your nervous system anchors that pain to one idea. Disapproval clucks danger. That's emotional conditioning. The body learns before the mind can argue. Social proof. Now add social proof, the crowd decides what's normal. In school, you learn fast what gets you accepted. You adjust your laugh, your opinions, your style, your personality. And here's the first realization moment. Most people don't have a personality. They have a social strategy. A strategy built to avoid rejection. And if you're thinking, okay, but isn't that just life? Yes, and that's why it works. Because the best conditioning doesn't feel like control. It feels like being normal. In a minute, I'll show you how this conditioning becomes a weapon in adult relationships. Not in theory, in everyday conversations that you've probably experienced. The manipulation layer. Conditioning is the setup. Manipulation is the exploitation. Once someone senses you're approval sensitive, they can influence you with 5 classic levers. 1. Gaslighting, realipesher. Gaslighting isn't just you're crazy, it's any pattern where someone pushes you to doubt your perception. That's not what happened. You're being too sensitive. You always twist things. If you're approval addicted, you don't stand on your reality, you negotiate it. 2. Fear-based framing threat of, this is the subtle threat. If you don't comply, you'll lose access. Access to love, belonging, opportunity, attention, status. It can sound like, I guess I just won't talk to you then. If that's how you feel, maybe we shouldn't. Other people would appreciate this. 3. Scarcity pressure, now or never. Scarcity hijacks the brain because uncertainty creates anxiety. So people force urgency. Decide right now. Answer me right now. If you don't do it today, don't bother, and the approval-trained person responds fast to stop the discomfort. 4. Validation addiction. This is the most common. Someone gives praise, then removes it. You start performing for the good version of them to come back. That's not romance. That's conditioning. 5. Intermittent reinforcement, the slot machine effect. This is behavioral science. Unpredictable rewards create the strongest attachment. Hot and cold attention. Random compliments. Occasional affection after long distance. Your brain becomes a gambler. If I just do better, the reward will come. Here's the second realization moment. Approval seeking isn't weakness. It's a trained dependency. And the scary part, most people don't even notice it's happening until they've built their whole behavior around someone else's reactions. Now let's talk about where you see this most clearly. Relationships, workplaces, friend groups, and modern attention culture. Relationship and social power dynamics. Romantic relationships. In relationships, approval addiction looks like you rehearse texts before you send them. You apologize for feelings you didn't cause. You shrink your needs to avoid conflict. And the manipulator doesn't need to shout. They just need to withhold warmth, a cold tone, a delayed reply, a K, and suddenly you're in repair mode. Quotable line 1. If your peace depends on someone's mood, you're not in love, you're under management. Workplace hierarchies. At work, approval addiction becomes over-explaining decisions, replying instantly to look reliable, taking on extra tasks to be liked, fearing boundaries because you'll be labeled difficult. The approval-sensitive employee is easy to overload because they confuse being valued with being used. Quotable line 2. Exhaustion is often the price of trying to look valuable. Friend groups. In friend groups, watch for the status manager, the person who controls the tone of the room. They reward people with inclusion and punish with silence. If you chase approval, you'll edit yourself to stay safe. Quotable line 3. If you have to perform to belong, you don't belong. Influencer culture akenchi egalanki dodokyo. Online, approval is literally quantified. Likes, views, comments, follows. The brain learns. Validation is measurable. So people begin living for feedback. This creates identity drift. You become what gets rewarded. Political messaging. This isn't about parties. It's about psychological framing. Fear sells. Outrage bonds. Identity creates loyalty. When messaging attaches emotion to belief, people stop thinking and start defending. Quotable line 4. The easiest mind to control is the mind that confuses emotion with truth. Now, if you've recognized yourself in any of this, good. That recognition is power. Because now we talk about the cost of staying unaware, the cost of unawareness. Approval addiction has a price. You lose identity. You start asking, what should I do? Instead of, what do I want? You become emotionally dependent. Your mood becomes a mirror of someone else's reactions. You get decision paralysis, because every decision risks disapproval. And you repeat toxic cycles. Different person, same pattern, same pain. Quotable line 5. The more you chase acceptance, the less you respect yourself. If you don't break this, you don't just lose time, you lose authorship. Now, here's the reclaiming framework. And inside it, I'll give you 8 Machiavellian rules not to harm people, but to stop being easy to program. Psychological reclaiming. This is your defense model. Recognize, pause, respond. Pattern recognition. Start labeling patterns, not people. Not their evil. But that's urgency pressure. That's warmth withdrawal. That's guilt framing. That's intermittent reinforcement. Labeling creates distance. Distance creates choice. Your nervous system wants relief. Manipulation offers relief through compliance. So you pause before reacting. 3 slow breaths. A short delay. A calm face. That pause breaks the spell. Step 3, strategic response. 8 Machiavellian rules. Now your operating rules. Rule 1, stop defending your decisions. Use clean lines. That's my decision. Then stop. Rule 2, control the tempo. Fast responses signal need. Slow responses signal stability. Rule 3, don't reveal what hurts you. Process privately, publicly, neutral. Rule 4, remove warmth when disrespected. Disrespect gets distance, not drama, distance. Rule 5, guard your privacy like territory. Not everyone gets the full story. Information is leverage. Rule 6. Use absence to reveal intent. Stop initiating. Watch who returns. Rule 7. Say less. Make it heavier. Short statements. Long silence. Rule 8. Become unreadable on command. Unpredictable doesn't mean chaotic. It means you're not easily mapped. Quotable line 6. Predictability is comfort for manipulators. And here's the final realization. Machiavellian power isn't cruelty. It's emotional sovereignty. If this video hit you, good. That discomfort is your mind waking up. Because once you see these patterns, you can't unsee them. And once you can't be programmed, you can't be controlled the same way. If you value mental sovereignty, subscribe. Psychology IQ Network exists for one reason: to sharpen your mind. Now comment aware if you're done living for approval. And tell me which topic you want next. Gaslighting, love bombing, or silent treatment. Because the next video gets even more precise. Quotable line 7. Your life changes when your mind becomes a hard target. See you in the next one. Comment pattern if you've seen this in someone close to you. Comment pause if you're practicing the delay rule. Comment hard target if you're done being easy to read